Should I say it?
Are we sticking with the
Welcome back?
I feel like that's just become
It's
so
just what
easy
comes
and
out
natural.
naturally.
Yeah. Maybe eventually we'll come up with something a little spicier.
We should.
Fun.
We always talk about coming up with something and then
Yeah, we're eventually so we'll get to our we're going to add that to our little 2026 list of things.
Ooh, I like that.
Come up with an intro of some sort
Hopefully.
or tagline or
Something
There's
cute.
so many-
Something cuter than welcome back.
there's so many options, I think, too, is what's hard.
We've brainstormed a lot of different things.
To pick just one, that is where I struggle. That's why I like the white shoes, you know?
Maybe
like
we'll just
options.
maybe we'll just try some things out.
You're right. And then you can let us know what you like.
There we go. Let us know in the comments.
Okay.
Okay, so this week we're going to cover Throne of Glass.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
A little recap
Mhm.
of Throne of Glass for episode 9.
And then we're going to do some book news and add it or scratch it. We're going to talk about some 2026 goals because this is our first episode that we've filmed this year.
This year, yeah. Which I know I mentioned the 2026 goals, and I have yet to write anything down for that. So
so that'll be fun.
We'll get there when we get there. And I mean, I have ideas, but
It'll be really authentic when we get there then.
so authentic. Okay.
Okay, let's get into Throne of Glass, shall we?
Yes.
Do you want to do... I mean, I have some notes. I guess we could just jump into, let's just start with the recap here.
Yeah.
So the book starts off, Selena is basically retrieved by Chaol from Endovier.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And taken back and presented in front of Dorian because Dorian is going to use her as his champion to compete in this competition. And she basically eventually agrees and then competes under the name Lillian.
As she pretends to be like a jewel thief instead of
yes.
Otterland's assassin,
Yeah, because they don't want anyone being threatened by her. Basically, what we learn is she's gonna do this competition. There's 23 other contestants, and the winner gets to be the king's assassin, pretty much.
Yeah, and basically all of these people are thieves or have wronged the city or the king in some way, and so this is basically their chance to clear their slate, and they would work for so many years for the king, and then Selena was offered basically Dorian told her, you work for my dad you win this competition, work for 4 years, and then you're free. And you're free, free to go. So
pretty sweet deal, considering her situation. They're not all thieves though, because some of them are part of the not
the
army
guild
but
or not the. What am I getting that word from?
I think that's a different book.
You probably.
From the king's
or
whatever.
No, because the Assassin's Guild, right? So that would be Arabin or whatever his guild.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Anyway, so not all of them are thieves, but a lot of them are. Okay, so during this whole thing, we meet Dorian. What was your first impression of Dorian?
Oh my gosh,
because this is the first time we meet him.
Spoiled little brat.
Yeah.
Whenever Chaol throws her down on the ground essentially, and then Dorian doesn't even bat an eye. I just imagine him having his legs kind of thrown over one side of the chair, just laying back, eating a nap. I don't know.
Yes, 100%.
This is what I'm envisioning, and I'm just what a little pompous little prick, you know?
Yeah, he's just bored, and this is something to do.
This is just fun for him. Yeah,
initial impression, not great.
But also Kayla was he's throwing her around, and she's this underfed, scarred up woman, and he's just treating her like a sack of potatoes. That's not cool either.
Yeah,
so
he's very distant. The whole, and I love that she's poking fun at him the whole trip.
Yeah.
But
she's purposely getting under her skin, but that's what she does.
Yeah, that's her.
She's
that's
a
her
rage baiter at heart.
She
and I love
is.
It.
It's what draws you to her. She is a fun character. Because this was, for me, I read Throne of Glass first, so this is my first introduction to her. Period. So
there is something about a witty woman that just
I know. There's so
does it
much
for
more
me.
fun to listen to or read about. So she starts training with Chaol. And I love this too because she's like training and then she's eating and she's like wearing all these clothes, or she has all these clothes. And this is the time where I finally started to like relate with her because I'm like, oh, she's just a girl. Like I loved this part about her where it was like she just loves to eat and loves nice things.
The one part that really struck a chord with me and like really just made my heart ache though was when like her first night out of Indivir, like right before they went back to the Glass Palace, and Chaol came in to wake her like the next morning to take her so they could start their journey home, and she like had slept on the floor because like the bed was like too much. Like after being like in this like slave camp and like who knows what kind of, I mean, just horrible conditions obviously. That just like that broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah, that was sad. And it's crazy because she was only there for like a year, right?
Yeah.
So it really wasn't even
or not
that
even
long.
that. But so yeah, so they journey back. Basically, she's kind of treated like a slave, but not well. She's treated like a prisoner. Like Chaol keeps her like all kind of chained up to his saddle and like on horseback, like the whole like trip back. Like he obviously does not trust her at all. Dorian, I think, is kind of chatting with her, trying to be kind of friendly, and Chaol just is like, "I'm not gonna touch you with a 10-foot pole."
So Chaol, gosh, he's something. Okay, so so basically once they start the competition, she starts like scoping out her competition.
Yeah.
And she basically identifies Cain as the biggest threat right off the bat, and we find out that he belongs to Duke Parrington, who's just like this skeezy little man. That's how I picture him.
No, yeah. I was trying to think of like a good like character in like a movie or something to compare him to, but no, yeah, I just like envision him. You know what? I think he kind of reminds me of like the little sidekick to who's the not Stefan. Who's the Gaston? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like the little sidekick to Gaston, who's like,
what's his name?
Short and fat and kind of fugly. And
yeah, that's how I picture Duke Parrington as well.
And like he's kind of a suck up, but also he like really wants to be in power. Like he wants to be the one. Like he wants to be Gaston, but like he's not,
and
he never will be.
Yeah, he's gross. And also, what's fun about this book too is like you have this little side. Like, yes, we're getting Celaena's story, and she's the main story here for sure, and she's the main character, and we're following her. But we're getting these little, like, side stories, which I like, going back to, like, Duke Parrington and his whole thing that he's got going on with Caltaine. And then we're getting, like, her version of things where we find out that she is just, like, this kind of vindictive, like, character.
But it's also,
she is.
Yeah,
she's like out to get Celaena because she thinks that Celaena is gonna take her spot, and she wants to be with Dorian. Basically, is her end goal, and she thinks she's manipulating Parrington the whole entire time.
She thinks that she's smarter than she is.
She thinks she's smarter than everybody there, and she thinks she has so much power too. Yeah, but it's fun to have like these little, I don't know, side stories that are kind of going on.
It was, okay. I was going to say, if you read Assassin's Blade first, her character kind of gives me deja vu to another character that Celaena had a similar hate relationship with in Assassin's Blade.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was kind of, having read Assassin's Blade first, because that's the way I did it. I got to Caltaine's character and I was like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
There's always one of these girls.
Yeah, that's funny. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so they're in the competition. She's basically instructed, like, stay in the middle of the pack. Don't do anything crazy. Don't win, but don't lose.
And she's like, you don't want me to, like, be amazing?
It's so hard for her.
She hates it.
It's so hard for her, which I can relate to. Like, I like to win as well. Like, I get it. Until basically...
And also, she's basically... I mean, I don't even think there's any other girls in the competition. And
yeah,
so,
I don't remember them mentioning.
And so she's like, you want me to just let these guys win? Like,
even harder.
Yeah, I was like, no to that.
So they do this challenge where they're climbing this, like, isn't it like a rock wall?
Yeah,
like,
it's basically like they're scaling
like
the side.
cliff.
Well, no, I thought they were like scaling like the side of the part of the castle or some building.
Maybe that's what. Yeah, I don't quite remember exactly what it was.
It sounded kind of crazy.
But
obviously, if you're an assassin, you got to be able to climb a wall and get into a window.
Yeah, that's no big deal for her. But nobody else knows that.
Yeah.
So she basically shows her hand during this competition because she decides to save Knox, which I love Knox. He is such a fun character in this book. I wish we had more of him.
I feel like this entire book is just like, at least when I was reading it, I was like, who's the love interest? Is Knox the love interest?
Yeah.
Is Dorian? Is Chaol? Like, every buddy that
there's
she
so
gets
many options
to,
it's
you
like, don't know where it's going.
Is it and it was like, and then I mean really at the end you really didn't get like a answer, but obviously it's the first book in a 8-book series, so
yeah, you have to keep that in mind when you're reading it.
Yeah.
So all this is going on, they're doing the competitions, and then champions start turning up dead.
Yeah.
And this
is
when
weird, like, symbols.
This is when I remember reading this and thinking, okay, this is where the story begins, because I remember reading Throne of Glass and reading this competition, and I remember saying, okay, so they're going to wrap up the competition in the first book. What are the other 7 books about? Like, where are we going from? Like, is it going to be about her 4 years working for the king? Because, like, she has to win the competition, right? Like,
yeah. What would be the point of the book?
I remember being like, what is going to happen? And then when this starts happening, I'm like, okay, this is not the point of the story. Yeah. The competition is not the point of the story. So the champions are turning up dead, and she decides she's going to start investigating them. She finds behind a tapestry in her room passageways.
Yeah, just a random door that leads to
Who decided that should be her room?
Under the castle.
They are not, like, they need to figure out their admin at the castle.
I know.
Because
of all the people you could have given a room to with, like, a secret passageway and somebody's not going to find it, it's not going to be her.
Yeah, exactly. So she goes down. One of them is to a, like, shrine is the best way I can think of it.
Yeah.
To Gavin and Elena.
Their tomb, basically.
And Elena appears and explains.
Would you consider her, like, a ghost, essentially, right?
That's how I pictured it. It was very confusing. This scene happened so quickly, and it's so much information.
It's almost like she's coming back from, like, the afterlife. I don't know. Like, she's like, it's like she's in between, like, the world and then the afterworld or afterlife, and it's like she's, like, hovering here to kind of, like, she's been waiting for Selena or like to, you know, carry through these plans. She's very
give
cryptic.
Her all this information.
Yeah, she like gives a bunch of information, but she's very cryptic about it.
She
also, I just have to say, since we're like in this part, Mort, the door knocker, is an underrated character.
He is.
I love him.
Yeah.
I think he's hilarious.
Have you seen all those TikToks where it's like how Mort is supposed to be pictured, and it's like these really aggressive, like Victorian looking, like, doorknobs, which essentially I'm sure is what Sarah J. Maas was expecting. But then it goes to the is it from Beauty and the Beast?
Oh,
you
probably.
Know yes, like, oh no, it's Alice in Wonderland, right?
Oh, I haven't seen Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Alice in Wonderland, right?
That would make more sense.
Anyway, it's cute. It's like a little cartoon, like, anyway.
That's funny. No, I haven't seen those. Now I'm going to have to find it. I'm sure my phone will show me one sometime later.
Yeah, no kidding. If your phone's in here, you'll be seeing it soon. So Elena, let's go over what Elena explains to her. Basically, she says the clock tower is a portal between worlds. Something evil's in the castle.
Yeah.
And you need to figure out who it is, and you need to stop it. And you're the only person that can do it. And then she's like, see ya.
Have fun.
Good luck. And I'm not going to help you or tell you how.
Yeah, because she's like, I'm just a ghost. What can I do?
Yeah, exactly. Come on. And we all know you know more than what you're letting on.
Oh, my gosh.
I was always like, I was always frustrated with Elena during this book.
Yes.
Like, she was a frustrating character to me because she would come in and be very cryptic. Like, she was
Mm-hmm.
always just saying stuff without saying stuff and, like, not being very helpful, just scaring her. I feel like she
Basically
was
just
just
causing more
giving warnings.
questions.
Yes. But I don't know. I guess she's necessary because we wouldn't have known all of those things that she did need to know. So
She
Okay.
shows up at the right moment, but not necessarily with
that's
the right
true, later
information.
on, yeah. Okay, so also big part of this book finally is that Dorian and Chaol both start to fall for her.
Oh my goodness.
It takes forever.
It does. And then like when they start, it's like, wait, is this actually happening? Because that was so, like, I'm clinging onto threads right now. Like,
And it was such a slow burn, and it was like, I think I remember texting you being like, is she gonna pick somebody?
yes.
Who is she gonna
I
pick?
remember
Is she
that.
going to pick somebody? It doesn't happen in this book because I don't know how much longer I can take this.
I know. It's, yeah,
She
it is
did.
a horrible slow burn.
Kind of.
Also, a very important character, Nehemia, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, we
needed
can. No, we can talk about her.
needed
That's
to bring
fine.
her up. But if you're not done with Chaol and Dorian.
No, I was just gonna go over kind of their relationship, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Selena. It all kind of comes to a point when Selena goes to that ball uninvited.
Yes.
And she like asks Chaol to
They
dance.
tell her she can't come,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't understand. I don't remember why.
They're
It's
like
been a
scared
minute.
of her. They don't want her anywhere.
Basically, they just don't trust her to
Yeah.
like not run away or not like sneak off into
Yeah.
like the unknown. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they think she's gonna do something, and like little do they know, she could just walk out the
The
passageway in
passageway.
her room.
Yeah. For real.
So she shows up to the ball. She asks Kel to dance. He won't, and so she ends up dancing like all night with Dorian. He follows her back to her room. They have
And
a little
don't forget that Caltaine is like foaming at the mouth. Mad.
furious,
So
She's
mad.
and I'm like, yeah, girl.
I'm like, sucks to be you.
She goes back. They go back to the room, have a little like basically midnight makeout sesh,
Mm-hmm.
and then he leaves, and she like goes out on the balcony, and then we get this point of view from Chaol where he's standing in the garden and like sees her standing on the balcony, and he knows that like something is conspired or that she's thinking about Dorian, and he's like kind of sad. Like, so we get
He's
all
like,
of this
he kind of missed out on his chance, but also like, because he's in his head, and this is where I relate to him so much because
Mhm.
he's like constantly in his head, constantly trying to do the right thing for everybody else. He's not thinking about himself ever.
yeah.
Like he really is
He
like
kind of is. Like he just values loyalty, and he takes
He's
his
like-
job so serious.
he's thinking about himself in the sense of he doesn't want to disappoint anyone, or like he doesn't want to break these vows that he has like
he's very much a rule follower.
yeah. And so it's like it's not necessarily that he's like following like what he like personally like wants, but he's committed to these things which he does want in a sense, obviously.
Yeah.
And so he's a rule follower, like you said.
Yeah, he is.
So
But that also makes him a little frustrating, which is funny because I'm also I'm a rule follower too. Like,
it's really easy for you to look at a character that doesn't impact your life and be like,
yeah.
dude, can you just be a little more interesting?
Yeah.
When in reality, I'm like, I am you and you are me.
Yeah. That's true. That's so funny. So, okay, let's go back to that's basically what happens. They get together. We're with Dorian. Great. Okay. Let's talk about we love Dorian.
I mean, he's a dark-haired prince. What more can you ask?
I know. It was
for?
like the whole time she's like going back and forth between
And
these
he
two men. It's like
honestly-
there's
okay.
no back and forth.
The whole gimmick on the throne when they pulled her from Indivir, not him at all. Literally a golden retriever. And like a good one. Like loyal, like smart, like
I loved their book banter back and
Yes,
forth.
like
the whole the way that whole thing started was just so much more fun than her and Chaol's
and he's so like
interactions.
emotionally mature too.
Dorian.
I feel like at least he's like very in tune to her
I don't
emotions.
know, maybe because
Maybe he's
you
not,
also
like-
have to remember like he was a playboy, like he was
Yeah.
just. So I don't know if that's
It
necessarily
does
true.
kind of like talk a little bit about how he has in the past been like Chaol kind of just goes along for the like basically to babysit him, and he just goes around and like has a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
So that did make me a little bit nervous, but I don't know, like I felt like he was at least emotionally in tuned.
definitely with her, but we don't know that could have been like his first time ever being emotionally in tune with a woman.
That is true.
Let's move on to Nehemia.
Yes.
You really like Nehemia.
Not at first.
Oh, really?
I mean, I thought it was cute how so she was like Selena's like first like kind of girl pal.
She was, yeah.
Like Selena hasn't ever had like, I don't know, she's like, Selena obviously doesn't trust people, right? And she seems to like get along with the guys more, which I can understand
To be fair, I think she's mostly surrounded by men.
Yeah. I mean, she spent her whole life training with men.
Yeah.
So they're like easier to understand. And obviously like the girl, if you read Assassin's Blade first, the girls that she was around in like Assassin's Blade were kind of catty and like, I wouldn't call them friends, you know?
Well, to be fair, just like in this setting, in this story anyway, not a lot of girls are in the position that she is in. They all lead very different lives where they're like Caltaine. They're wearing dresses. They're looking to get married. They're like not
their life
training. They're
revolves around on pretty much who they marry. It's like very Victorian.
Yeah, it is. So that's more understandable. She's not around them very much, and she is not.
So they don't understand each other's lifestyles.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Nehemia.
I don't know.
Nehemia. That's how I say it.
That's how I say it.
Okay. Anyway, she was kind of a good mix of both, which is why I think that they were able to be friends. Because she was a girl. She was like an heir to her throne.
You're right. She took it very seriously.
She had a lot on her shoulders, but she also like knew how to fight and like was like not there just like looking to get married. Like she was there kind of like holding her own.
Yeah.
But she also was a little sketchy.
I know. I was always worried that
there was moments. Sorry.
No, go.
I would say there was moments when Selena would open up to her and say something, and I was like,
"Don't tell her that.
What are you doing? Like, you idiot! Like, you cannot trust her."
That was like one of the major themes from this book was Selena, shut your mouth.
Yeah. It's like she got out of Indivir, probably didn't talk to people at all, and now she's like,
You also have to remember she's what, an 18-year-old girl?
Yeah.
So, okay.
If that, or 17.
Is she 17? I don't, yeah.
Maybe I don't know, because
either way.
She was like 15 or 16 in Assassin's Blade.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She was young. And then when she went to Indivir, I want to say she was 16.
Oh, yeah, so she was probably 17.
So I think she's 17, like, now.
She's just a girl. Like,
she's a baby.
But that was a very big thing. I just kept thinking, like, stop talking, Selena. Yeah. Stop talking.
Because even to, like, Chaol and Dorian sometimes, I was like,
stop.
Are you sure you should be sharing that right now?
You're not, like, that's not helping you to share information right now. No one's going to help you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I always felt very nervous about Nehemia. I wanted to like her and I wanted to trust her. I just couldn't.
Well, because she also kept showing up. So as Selena, as more contestants keep dying.
Yeah.
I think Nehemia like kind of is like caught in these similar areas or similar like circumstances.
Yeah, her timing was always weird. Yeah.
And I think she also was like reading like those word marks, like the weird symbols that were showing up. Like Nehemia had a book on those.
Yes.
And so like it was just obviously Selena knew there was some kind of connection. Eventually I think Nehemia kind of brings her in and is like, I'm also like kind of looking into this.
Yes.
So then it's like, okay, there is some trust, but there was just still like things that were like unknown and not clear as to who was doing what for what purpose and why.
Right. Which makes you nervous because the stakes are high.
Yeah.
So moving on, Selena discovers that it's Cain who's killing these people with this creature.
Yeah, that he's like bringing in.
There's some weird stuff going on here. Really weird stuff.
Yeah, like portals to the other worlds, like that are being opened up.
This is when everything took a turn. Because you were reading this book and it's like, no magic, no magic. Magic doesn't exist. It was outlawed or it's not allowed or whatever the king did. And
the
then
king like cut it all off.
all of
shut
a
it all down.
sudden, some really creepy things are going on with Cain and this creature. So Cain ends up locking her in a passageway with the creature.
Mm-hmm.
And Selena runs and she grabs Gavin's sword and kills the creature, but not before it bites her. And then who shows up? Nehemia.
Wow, it's so
See
weird.
why she's a little sus?
And she also has like a
uses
cure.
the ward marks, to basically help her. So that's great. At least we know she's somewhat on Selena's side at this point.
You know who we forgot about?
Who?
Fleetfoot.
Oh yeah, the little dog.
The little dog that Dorian gives to This is where I was like, oh my god, they already have a child.
So cute. That dog is precious too.
Oh my word.
The way her and Selena just seem really well matched.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway.
Side note.
We had to mention the dog. So then we get to the final challenge. And Caltaine spikes Selena's drink, her wine.
Per Duke Parrington's orders. Or like, you know, but obviously Caltaine is looking for any excuse to get rid of Selena. Like, she does not want her in the picture. She wants her dead. And so then Duke Parrington is like, hey, you should just kind of, and then like, she probably won't make it through this last trial. Well, oh well. So yeah.
Yeah, and Caltaine thinks this is a great idea. This is where her thinking that she's smarter than everybody gets her in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So then they go into this final battle. She's like disoriented.
Hallucinating.
She starts losing. I can just picture this scene where she is like laying at the edge of the ring, right? Because it's a ring that was drawn out. And Chaol is on the other side. Like, and didn't it say he was like down on his hands, like yelling, like, get up.
Yeah.
Like, Selena, get up. Like, oh, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then
Dorian is obviously like trying not to like make
up.
a scene
because he doesn't want his dad to retaliate.
Yeah, because if he does anything to like initiate or like to like,
he basically can't show his cards at all in front of his father.
Because his dad will do who knows what.
That pretty much is like signing her death. And who shows up to save the day?
Elena.
Kind of, but because of Nehemia and her word marks.
Yeah.
She basically like summons Elena, right? She like opens some portal or something with her word marks.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of information.
There's also like
a lot of weird stuff happening.
Granted, like, okay, I did a recap because I read this was a while ago.
Yeah.
Like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think also maybe I'm getting this mixed up, but there was like a special like stick kind of weapon that Nehemia gave her that had the word marks on it, I think.
Oh, no, that I don't remember about there being word marks on them.
I could be wrong. But I thought
she was like drawing them on the edge of the circle.
Oh, okay. I do remember that. Maybe
but she gave her the stick as a symbol because she knew it would really piss the king off.
Yeah.
Which was great. Loved that.
That was awesome. Anyway. But yeah, so Nehemia shows up with her fancy little symbols, summons Elena, who then somehow gives her the strength to fight off these demons that she's hallucinating, and then also like...
Yeah, going back, I think what really happened was Elena somehow took the poison out of her system. I think that's what
somehow
happened.
Cured her.
Yeah.
You're right.
When I first read it, I didn't understand that.
It was literally... Yeah, I remember having to kind of reread because it was like just in the best way possible word vomit of all this action happening at once, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I can only take in so much at a time.
But it's so good.
Yeah.
So she beats Cain, is declared the winner. She's turned around, and Cain comes up, and he's going to kill her.
Yeah. Because he's possessed. Like, he's
he's not in control. We know that.
He's not
like
himself.
He's so far gone. Chaol sees it and kills Cain without a second thought.
Which is insane for Chaol. It's like, you know his character, and you're like, there's no way he just did that.
And he does have some, like, very big internal issues with it later when he's talking to Selena about it. Like, you can
I think
tell
that was his first kill.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah. So, like, here, and this is what's crazy.
It was
to
for
me.
a good reason.
He's like captain of the guard, right? He's been promoted to captain of the guard, and which it talks in the beginning of the book. He's like 20.
Yeah, nepotism. That's what it is.
He's like, he's promoted to captain of the guard at 20 years old, never taken a life. So
honestly, he's just lucky that everybody likes him, like, because in any sort of other situation, there's no way those soldiers would like him.
You know who he reminds me of? Have you watched Summer I Turned Pretty, right?
Yes.
He's definitely Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah.
He gives me Jeremiah vibes.
Yeah, but I don't picture him as cute as Jeremiah.
No, he's definitely more like, kind of like, I picture him more of like a woodsy, like lumberjacky.
Yeah, he's stout.
Like, yeah. That's why I never understood, like,
the draw.
Why she was, like, potentially interested in him, but then also drawn to Dorian. Obviously drawn to Dorian. Like, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so that's pretty much it, right? That wraps it up. Oh, well, I guess it ends with they go back to the room. They, like, go back to her room. Selena basically breaks up with Dorian.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
And acts like she might be still interested in Chaol.
Yeah.
And I just want to be like, you stupid girl.
She's like, now that all of these things have happened and we're finally in a good place, now I'm going to break up with you. And it's like, what? And Dorian's like, please don't.
And then I felt bad because I was like, I felt like she was just using him for, like, some emotional support this whole time.
Maybe she was. I don't know.
I was like, what are we doing? Like,
I know.
Do you not see what I see? Because in my head, I see a lot of potential.
I know. What do you think? He's a prince, first off.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
So that was sad. I hated that. And then Chaol and her have the conversation. He's really upset about the killing, which we kind of mentioned that. And then I think it kind of ends with her signing the contract with the king.
Yeah.
And the king basically says... This is great. You're going to sign this contract. And if you do anything, I will kill Nehemia, or I'll kill her family, or I'll kill Chaol. Basically. I'm going to hold these people over your head.
Yeah. He's like, I know who you care about, even in the slightest. And they're under my protection.
Yeah. Which we didn't get a lot of the king in the first book. He's a very distant character. But the pieces that we did get are nasty.
Yeah.
He's a mean man.
Yeah.
He's very vindictive, especially when it comes to his own son.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy to think that Dorian came from him.
Yes.
So.
And that's also why I'm like, Selena, how can you not want to be with somebody who understands your predicament? Because it's like, it's basically like her relationship with Arobin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that pretty much wraps up the recap. I have a couple of, I guess, things we could talk about.
Yeah. Do we want to
well, we
state
have
your
to
cases?
do, yeah. So that's the first thing, obviously, on the list is Team Chaol or Team Dorian.
If you can't tell, I think we're Team Dorian.
We've always been Team Dorian. From day one, we were Team Dorian.
Dorian was on that throne. They described his dark hair and, like, his features, and I was like,
sold.
Oh, he's cool. I hope he's in this book more.
I'm sold. And then the fact that their interactions, I know I already said this, but the books, like, that was their initial kind of, like, courtship. Yes.
Like
it just kept getting better and better.
Like, it was so cute. And it was just wholesome and, like, beautiful and, like, romantic. And
Chaol is just a little too whiny for me.
Yeah.
He's a little too thinking in his head, and, like, I don't know.
I'm like, I'm in my head enough for the both of us.
Exactly.
I don't need my man in his head.
Exactly. Yeah, Chaol's always concerned about, well, what is everybody else going to think? Or how is this going to affect the relationship with Dorian? Or, like, we shouldn't do this. This is wrong.
I appreciate his, like, bro code, like, with Dorian as far as, like, not wanting to step on toes when Dorian was obviously interested in Selena.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can appreciate that.
They both were, and they knew they were. And I love that Selena pitted them against each other, too.
Okay, so that bothered me a little bit.
Oh, it was harmless. Like, she knew she was doing it, and they knew she was doing it, and it was just, like, a fun little game she was playing. And they knew it was just a little game. Like, I don't think there was any malicious intent.
No, and I don't even know that she realized she was, like, at all. I don't know.
No, she did. She was definitely like playing both of them. Because she would do it in front of them.
Yeah.
There were like little moments where she was like just
well,
like
I mean,
poking
especially
fun.
at the dance whenever Kel like denied her.
Yeah,
so then she's like, well,
okay,
I'm gonna go find
oh,
Dorian.
Yeah, exactly. Like just little things like that, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But
and
that,
a lot of
I
it
do,
happened.
I do wrestle with that a little bit because I was like, you're
I
better.
get
You're
it.
better than that.
But a lot of it happened before anything got serious too. Like it was all just like fun and games and flirting. You know, like she was flirting with both of them, and then kind of flirting.
Yeah, there was nothing like set in stone. There was nothing like
no one
nobody had like made a
anything.
move or defined anything.
So it's
like it was all just you know.
Okay, so Chaol, Dorian, but who do you think makes a better partner for her just based off of like her personality in this book and what we know about her? Like, do you think Dorian is the better match?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah.
Oh yeah, cuz I feel like here she like sure Chaol can like train her, and sure like Chaol has like good like advice maybe with like how to win the competition and like kind of stay under the radar and like those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like kind of like you said, he is yes, he's in like a leadership role, but he's not a leader. Like he's not like somebody who can like she's so much further ahead of him.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, like intelligently,
Yeah.
like I feel like she's lived so much more life than him. And then toward Dorian having grown up with like the father that he's had and like had to, I mean, obviously he has like, and he feels it. He's got like the weight of this like kingdom on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just terrible father.
So I just feel like that Dorian has, which, and maybe you could argue too that would be like too much. Like they're too similar. Like they, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so maybe you could argue they'd be like too similar.
They had
and they
similar experiences.
do well together, but I feel like Chaol is not enough of a man for her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Even though he's a big old like man.
Even though he's a big man.
I don't think he's like enough of
He's just not matured yet. And I think Dorian probably is just a little bit more mature because of the way he's grown up and his circumstances, and that's probably why Selena is more mature because of her circumstances. So
for sure.
That's fair. Okay.
Is that how you feel about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my question or my state your case was, I feel like I've heard, so I haven't talked to anybody specifically, like well, I take that back. I have talked to a couple people, but not like to an extreme. But I've seen things like online where, you know, people get to the first book, they get like halfway through Throne of Glass, or they do make it through the whole book, and they're like, this was so slow, like this was not a good book, like nothing happened, like there's just a bunch of like the same stuff over and over, and they either like put it down or and maybe eventually go back to it, or they just don't. I don't know, I haven't really heard as many people say like they just don't finish it, but I have heard a lot of people say that it takes a while to like get into the rest of the series. Do you think the first book is like, I don't know, like having, I mean, you didn't read Assassin's Blade first.
Mm-mm.
I feel like for me, like reading Assassin's Blade first and then going into that, it made me want to continue and keep reading, because I knew that there was like so much more to her character. Because I do feel like you read Assassin's Blade and like she's a badass. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
her personality is in that book.
Yeah,
you
she has so much more of
in the first book.
In Assassin's Blade to her Throne of Glass. I do feel like she's kind of like, I mean, granted, she literally just got out of a slave camp. Like, she has been beaten down, like, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Yeah, she's a tough character.
And so she's coming back out of her shell, probably in Throne of Glass, but you really don't get, like, much of her character, I feel like, until, like, the second and third book. Like her true like personality starts to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I definitely felt that way. Like I started the book, I put it down for a long time, and then I picked it back up because I knew that I wanted to read the series, and I just had to chalk it up to, I've read ACOTAR, and the first book in that series I also felt like was not good.
See, I liked the first book in ACOTAR.
So maybe even if you would have read Assassin's Blade 3rd, maybe it wouldn't have made a difference for you.
But see, I did think Throne of Glass I thought it was slower than Assassin's Blade.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's because Assassin's Blade, to be honest, I don't really care for Assassin's Blade, like, as a book, as a whole. Like, you have to read it, but it's, like, right now it's my least favorite book in the series, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that doesn't offend you, but it's just, like, I don't know. But Throne of Glass, like, yeah, I did feel that way. I felt like it was just so slow. It was like, okay, where are we going? And a lot of it had to do with the trials. I think it was like half of the book was just talking about the trials and constantly, like, wake up, do this, train, do this. Like, it was the same. Yeah, it was the same thing over and over and over and over again. And it was just, okay, can we get to the story? Can we get somewhere? So, I mean, I agree with people who are saying that.
Yeah. So anyway, basically, that was a long question, but essentially I was like, I wonder if people really do ever completely drop the series. But I feel like there's also so much hype at this point online that people know it's good. So getting through the first book, sometimes you just have to.
Yeah, you just have to get through it. I think if there's 8 books in any series, you're doing yourself a disservice to not finish at least the whole first book.
Sure.
Maybe the first 2 before deciding to put it down.
I know, because I was gonna say if you put it down after this first book, which I could see maybe some people doing, then I do feel like sorry for you because
it did. I remember ending this and feeling excited to start the second book though, because it was like, okay, here we go.
It is
She's
classic
about to
Sarah
go
J.
work
Maas
for the
fantasy
king,
where like the last 50 pages are insane.
A whirlwind.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Let's move into some book news that we've missed, which we've kind of missed a lot because we technically have been gone for 2 weeks.
Well, I feel like we also were like kind of light on book news in like a few episodes anyway.
We've had so much to cover.
And so now we're playing catch up on book news, but there has been a lot of stuff, I feel like. So
yeah. So the Ballad of Falling Dragons, I saw the release date for this was finally decided May 19th. It was supposed to be in April and then it got pushed.
Oh, my brother's birthday.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. You haven't read When the Moon Hatched, so that'll be on our schedule probably in April at some point.
Yeah, it's a big one. Depending on how much copy you get.
Yeah. It's so good. I'm so excited. But the author posted an Instagram post, and it was like her final like look through her draft or whatever, and it was kind of a sad post. Like, you should go back and look at it if you haven't.
Yeah.
And she mentioned in there that she thought when she started writing these books that it was all going to be like one book, and she was like, it's funny to think that I thought this was going to all be one book. Yeah,
because she didn't think she was going to have enough like to write, or like,
I don't know. She didn't say specifically. Like, you need to go back and read it. But when I saw that, I was like, girl, the first book is massive. Like,
yeah.
So
don't undercredit yourself here.
The other thing I saw was that Kaylee Smith, who has Phantasma.
Oh yeah.
And what's the second one called?
It's not on the shelf.
Enchantra. I think it's something like that. And the third one is coming out on April 7th, Daemonica. I don't know if I'm saying that right at all, but
I feel like it fits with like the titles.
I don't know. But that's coming out April 7th. I haven't seen any cover art for it though, but they did announce a release date. And then did you see the Quicksilver Brimstone? We don't have a title for that, the third book in that either.
But she's announced that it's going to be coming this year in November.
I think November 10th was what I saw. I don't know if that's true or not.
Or at least it's like a placeholder date kind of thing.
I think you're right, yeah. Tentative.
Yeah, and yet we have no news on book 6 in the ACOTAR or book 4 in Fourth Wing.
No, we just got that one little teaser video on Instagram, and that was it. And then I think Rebecca Yarros is just now starting the next Fourth Wing book.
I want to say I saw something that made me think she was, but then she's still keeps going back to that graphic novel. So I'm thinking, like,
can we let it go? Nobody wants the graphic novel.
That's just not me. Like, personally, like, I'm not a graphic novel kind of person, but
I get it though.
I'm sure it'll be cool.
If she needs to like separate herself from it to be able to come back for it to be good, that's fine. Like, if it's going to take longer for it to be a good book, then I'll sit through it. We have a lot of books to cover in the meantime.
I know. She has some wiggle room. Sarah, I'm just kind of disappointed at this point.
It's been a long time.
It's been a really long time. And, I mean, granted, she has kids, which Rebecca has a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just like, I'm ready. Which maybe Sarah's gearing up to do like multiple like drops.
Yeah, maybe she's about to go to work and it's just going to be like
Boom,
the next
boom,
3
boom.
years.
Yeah. I don't know.
Could be.
We'll see.
That's
but
all
I really
have.
thought when she posted like last year, that like notebook that was said like 6
through 8.
6 through 8 or 6 arrow, whatever it was. And like her in the mountains and stuff. I really thought she was like hibernating away and just working. And then now we haven't heard anything.
She probably had just started it. Like that was the first thing she wrote.
That would suck, but all right. Is that all you had?
The People We Meet on Vacation.
Oh yeah.
I think you had that on yours too.
I did. Yeah, that movie came out this weekend and I have got to read that. I downloaded the audiobook or I paid for it on Audible cuz I was like I've got to read this.
Yeah, it's there's like I'm like 110th in line.
Yeah,
at the library.
Yeah. I like tried to get it from the library a while ago and it just said months and I was like nope.
Yeah.
The fact that it's out right now, I'm like having major FOMO that we haven't went and watched it.
I know. It looks so good.
I'm so excited for it. So, that's exciting. Netflix is adapting Funny Story and Happy Place. I have not read Happy Place, but Funny Story, loved that book.
Emily Henry books.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read either one of those.
So I'm really excited about that. And then The Housemaid announced, or they announced that The Handmaid's getting a sequel.
Like
literally like 2.5 weeks
after the movie came out.
Like right after. So that makes me think like, was this already lined up? Have they already started? Or were they just like kind of waiting to see how it went and then like were like prepared to start?
I think
had
there
it
was
went well.
so
Had the
much
release went
hype for all of it even before. Like as soon as we found out that we were getting a movie, everyone was super excited. Like those books took off. She wrote like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
They were clearly a favorite. So it wouldn't surprise me to know that they did the first movie and they pretty much had plans to do the second one. And if it didn't go as well, then they could always cancel or whatever.
Sure.
But I bet they had it in the works just to be prepared.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
I wonder like how many characters will come back. Like I wonder if Amanda Seyfried will still be.
Have you read the second one?
I haven't. So I know that
you gotta read the second one.
Okay. Anyway, and the last thing I have is The God of the Woods, which is the audiobook that Taylor Swift was listening to in her docuseries.
Very important, yeah.
By Liz Moore. So the Kelsey Brothers fan page on Instagram, they're starting a book club, and they're starting with that book, with like they're doing it like on Substacks, which I'm not super familiar with.
I'm not familiar with it either.
But I've been like wanting to like kind of. I've been curious about the book. I don't know a lot about it, but I've been like obviously interested in it. So anyway, if you haven't and are interested in that book, then maybe that would be a time to hop on that. But apparently Jordan would kind of slide into our add it or scratch it moment or section because Jordan has started the audiobook.
I like a long time ago. Like
okay.
When it first came out, maybe like a long time ago.
So before Taylor. Well, or before docuseries.
Yes, Taylor and I are so just like always on the same page. Like we can't get away from each other. I don't know, Anyway,
I love this for you.
It's a blessing and a curse because it's like so hard to be me,
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I started the audiobook, but it was like one of the first audiobooks I ever really listened to. And if you're not familiar with audiobooks, it like kind of takes a second to like get your mind to like process what you're listening to. And I used to turn them on when I was cleaning, and so
you get a little sidetracked.
And that is not an audiobook you can listen to.
Okay.
And so not be sidetracked.
Like, is there lots of like?
There's different from what I remember. I feel like it was jumping around from different POVs, and that's where I kept getting confused because it also jumps around from like present and past. And so I just like got lost, and I knew it was a good story. Like I could tell that I really was enjoying it, but I was like, wait, who is this again, or what's going on here?
I will say like there are moments with certain audiobooks that like I wish I could. I need the physical book. I feel like to see like because like the top of the chapter, whatever it says, whoever's like POV it is, right?
It says their name,
and it says like that person's name, so you're like in their brain at that moment.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes I need that like visual
To help you catch on
to
quicker.
help me like
yeah.
switch from person to
Because
person.
they say it, but you're not like, yeah.
Well, and also when you're playing at like 2.25 speed.
Yeah, I was also playing it too fast. I recognize that now too. And I just got into it, and I remember thinking this is too good of a book to half listen to.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to spoil it for myself, so I
Yeah.
quit listening to it. I was like,
So
I'm going to read this
still
book.
on your like is it like on your list?
Yeah,
have
it's on
you,
my
like,
list.
Okay. So
for
you haven't
sure.
fully scratched it. You're just like
No, I
scratched
liked
the audiobook
it.
of
I
it.
want to read it. Is
Gotcha.
what I decided.
Gotcha.
One audiobook that I did start that I would say you should add to your list is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I'm like 60 or 70% of the way through, and I'm really liking it. But I think it has a similar vibe as The God of the Woods.
So it's thriller, not fantasy.
Yeah, like mystery kind of thriller. I wouldn't say it's like as thriller as like a Frida McFadden. Like it's not as intense as something like that,
Okay.
but it's really good. I'm liking it so far. Hopefully it ends well.
Okay. Have you? Yeah, I was gonna say depending on how the ending, I may or may not like it.
Well, and I think an ending in a book like that makes or break the book. Like
Yeah.
it either makes the book really good or it like ruins the story.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Have you read The Last Mrs. Parrish?
Yes.
Oh, you have. Okay.
There's 2 of those, aren't there?
There's
I've
like
read both of them.
The Last Mrs. Parrish, and then there's like The Next Mrs. Parrish.
Yes, I've read both of those.
Did you like those?
I really liked the first one, which I guess is The Last Mrs. Parrish.
I think so.
I really liked that one. I didn't really like the sequel very much.
Okay. Do you think I would like it?
I think so.
I had it, or I have it in my like my list. I got it for a friend, actually for like the little book retreat we did. That was one of the books. So I have a friend who also loves like thriller, like kind of like psycho, like not psych kind of things.
Yeah.
Or
that one's really similar to like The Housemaid.
Yeah. So that was the one that I picked out for her because I had heard good things and it sounded like a good story.
Yeah, it's good. You should read the first one. I wouldn't bother with the second one, but the first one's good.
So it's not like something that you have to like. It's not like a major cliffhanger. It's just kind of like another.
No, it's a complete story, and then the next one is just a continuation. Of the story.
I like that. That
it's
way
not
you can choose
necessary.
if you don't
Yeah.
wanna, yeah, I like that.
The other thing I put on my add it, I don't know why I keep adding things, but Atmosphere, The Atmosphere.
Oh yeah,
Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
That's one of her. She's got like all of her books right now that are up for like TV shows and movies, and that's one of them.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't see that. I like to look at like all the top books of the year, like at the end of the year, and that was one that I kept seeing was like on all of these lists. So I put it on my list. We'll see. I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah, that one specifically. I don't know what it is about the cover, but I just don't love it. And I try
like
not to judge the book by a cover, but the cover is just like.
But you do.
I do. It's I don't know how you. I mean, clearly that one book that we bought last. It's not. I don't think I have it on the shelf up here. It's on my other shelf. But like we bought that. I like picked it up based on the cover. That purple with the purple butterflies and the cool font
because it was
whatever.
so pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, you try not to judge a book by a cover, but you do.
But you do. That's how you pick a book out of a bookstore.
The sprayed edges.
Yeah.
You definitely judge it by the sprayed edges.
Well, we'll see. I think I'll give it a shot. So.
Yeah. So you'll have to let me know how that goes.
Yeah. Okay.
What about personal? Are we going to do any kind of personal?
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about some 2026?
Yeah, the ones I don't have written down.
Well, I can kind of talk about mine. So last year I ran a half marathon. This year I'm going to run a full marathon. This is the year. 2026 is the year to run a full.
I would love to do something like that with you, but I also don't know that I don't know that I could.
You can. Anybody can.
I have to have some like really special shoes.
There's a man that runs it, like a full-grown man that runs it in heels. Like if he can run it in heels multiple times, you can run it in tennis shoes. And there are like 70-year-olds who run them.
You're right. How much time? Okay. What do you have a time frame as far as like when you want to do this by? Or a specific
No, not really.
race?
I mean, I prefer to do it in the spring because
that's really soon.
I mean, training-wise, it's easier for me to train now just based off of my schedule.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's easier for me to train now and run in the spring because you can either do it basically in the spring or the fall. But if you do it in the fall, you're training, like, in the summer. and I hate running in the summer.
Why?
I hate it. I love running in the cold. It is my most favorite.
I feel like that gives me the side cramps.
No. And I can teach you how to get rid of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's like my number one.
I'll teach you how to get rid of it. It's super easy.
Okay, so how much time do you need to prepare for something like this?
Well, I think that like the suggested training period is like 16 weeks out is when you should start training. And there's like so many different training programs you can follow. If you want to run like 3 times a week, then pick one that has 3 times a week. Or if you want to run 5 times a week, do that. Like
I feel like see, if I just try to, because I've done this, especially when I was, this is so, I really don't want to say this out online, but
it's fine.
Last year when I was cycling, that was probably the most like
athletic you were.
Well, just like cardio wise, because like I lift, like I love like working out. I love doing like the Stairmaster, you know, and I do like I do some cardio, but I do a lot more like abs and like
strength training and stuff like
and
that.
like strength and like weights and stuff. I've never been one that I've really enjoyed running and like intense cardio.
I hated running, and so that's why 2025 started, and I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to do something hard this year, something that I hate doing. And so that's why I decided to start running just like casually.
Yeah.
And then by the time the spring rolled around, I was like, maybe I'll do 5K. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So I did it, and then I was like, wait a second. I think I like this.
And I think the competitive part of me would like it a lot.
It is nice to have something competitive again.
Like I said, when I was doing the cycling classes, you're in there with other people, right? So
That's
you're not
fun.
gonna be you're not gonna be the person that like isn't pedaling as fast as the person next to you, or like sits down on the bike before everybody else.
Yeah.
And so like that got my like, I don't know there's a better my aerobics or my basically like not my. There's a specific term I'm thinking of. Anyway, that got my cardio kind of like in the best shape it had probably been in a while, and I was able to run my first like complete mile without stopping.
Yeah,
ever
that's
in my
awesome.
life.
No, that's awesome.
Because like our house, like the loop around our neighborhood is just a little under a mile, and so I like set my watch, and I knew I'd have to go a little bit past the house on the way back, and I did that without stopping.
That
and there are
so
some hills
good.
and stuff, and I was so proud of myself. But anyway, all that to say,
I will say the other thing about running is like your body figures it out. Like once the first mile is always a lie. It's always a lie. Like I could run the first mile.
Game. The mental for me is
the
like
first mile could hurt, and I could be like out of breath the whole time. And then once I start the second mile, then I could go for like 10 more. And you're just like, and the next like 8 miles were like fantastic. Like the first mile is always a lie. So never believe the first mile. And then also like your body just figures it out. Like once you get to a point, then your body just understands what you're doing. And you kind of just like, I like going on long runs because you get to this point where you just zone out. Like today I was just running and I was just thinking about other things. Like I listened to an audiobook the whole entire time.
I don't want to like hold you back, but maybe we need to make it a date. Because here's the thing. If I feel like I have someone to keep up with, I'm not going to be the slow. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like.
I mean, I run pretty slow. I'm not very fast.
Well, and I don't want to be like, I don't think I would survive being fast. But I just mean like if I have somebody that I'm trying to like at least keep pace with, I'm going to feel really dumb if I have to like start walking, which I might have to.
It's also just like so peaceful being outside and like, because I run on the road. So
I run at the Greenway Trail. Do you ever?
Where's that at?
It's like Galloway and
love that trail, but it's very busy. There's a trail on like East Kearney called the Frisco Trail.
I've heard
it's
of it.
more of like a biking trail, so usually it's just like bikes, and I don't see a ton of runners on that trail. It starts like in Springfield and it goes all the way out to like Bolivar, I think. Yeah. But I love that trail. That's my favorite trail because it's like flat, so pretty easy. I hate hills.
So essentially, I might be getting into running this year.
Maybe we can get Kylie to run like this week or something.
I mean, I'll be here tomorrow.
We're gonna work on it. Maybe Kylie just got a new 2026 goal.
I was gonna say I will say my number one goal is to get certified as a Pilates instructor because
yeah, that would be so fun. Then can you do private lessons with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do
We'll
running
do a
lessons
trade.
for me, and I'll do Pilates lessons for you.
So fun.
Yeah, so that is definitely one of my goals. I think starting a new job is just like getting that figured out is obviously on there, but yeah,
that's like a goal already accomplished in 2026,
which was like an unexpected goal.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
But what about you? Anything else?
No, that's it. I don't like to put too much pressure on myself.
Yeah, I would say like our reading goals. That's not we scratched that last time. Like we don't have reading goals.
Nope.
We're just reading on vibes.
We're reading for fun. We have to have fun in our life.
Yes.
Okay, we want to talk about next week. We're gonna cover.
Yes.
Crown of Midnight. We both just blanked.
Yeah. Yeah. Crown of Midnight. Because I think you can look in there too. Make sure. But yeah, so it's because it's Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire.
Yeah.
Queen of Shadows.
It's the next book, folks.
Yeah. So anyway, book 2. That is what we will be covering.
Crown of Midnight. And that's probably it. Yeah. If we decide to do something else, we'll let you know. But
eventually we've got to get back into our hockey.
Mm-hmm. We will.
But we're kind of taking it slow and kind of doing some little fun like side quest reads for ourselves.
Yeah.
'Cause we like bit off a lot the last several podcasts.
Well, and Throne of Glass is a daunting task, so
it is. So we wanna make sure we cover it.
We do it justice. Yeah.
All right. So
okay, I think that's it.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.